Ladies, I am here tonight on the show. And tonight I am going to talk about the Denver Nuggets Los Angeles Clippers game here tonight. Los Angeles Clippers. So this game, look, I was worried about this game. I want to watch this game, but it could be a playoff preview very well in the second round, 2 versus 3. But I was afraid, they were going to just lower manage everybody. I was like Paul George might not play, Kawhi Leonard might not play, Nikola Jokic might not play, Jamal Murray might not play. So I did get a good game for about 3 quarters, which I was very happy. Back and forth game, man. Just going back and forth, like changing leads, man. Flipping leads back and forth. That was a hell of a game. But then, Mike Malone decided to pull the trigger at about towards the end of the third quarter, and he took all his starters out. I don't agree with this because, the Denver Nuggets are still young. And I still have my doubts. Can they close out and finish games? Mike Malone is treating this team like they're veterans. Like if they won a championship in the past, or at least been to the freaking Western Conference Finals. This team has not even been to the Western Conference Finals before. I think they should, like, when you play teams like the Clippers and the Lakers, I think it would be good for these guys, for guys like Jokic, Jamal Murray, even Michael Porter, to try to close it out. They were both in both these games tonight, Clippers and Monday versus the Lakers. If I'm like Malone, I'm like, this is a chance to get these guys to learn how to close games out. I don't agree with this. I think they're too young. I think they need to be in these situation late in games to see if they can pull it out and finish the job. I disagree with Mike Malone. Excuse me. If I was like a veteran team, okay, we know. But this team is young. We don't know how the hell they're going to react in big game situations yet. They're not even playing in the Western Conference Finals, let alone in NBA Finals. So I disagree. But, I mean, as far as the Clippers go, they are starting to turn it on. They are starting to gear up for the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. Tonight, Kawhi Leonard with 26 points. Paul George with 27. Lou Williams with 23. Lou Williams is, already getting into shape, after being quarantined for all those days because he went to go see some chicken breast. If you know what I'm saying. Now he's finally ready to go at the women's club. But yeah, man, he looked fantastic. I think they scored almost 30 points, and I think 23 of the 30 off the bench were from Lou Williams. He was on fire. Like I said, Paul George 27 points, Zubac's 15, Kawhi Leonard 26. They are starting to gear up for these playoffs. You can tell the Clippers are. They went full throttle tonight. I thought the Clippers, if anything, were going to load manage. But no, they went full throttle. They played all 48 minutes. And like I said, Kawhi played 33 minutes. Paul George played 36. Lou Williams off the bench played 25. They're starting to gear up. They're peaking at the right time. I think the Clippers are where the Lakers were back in March before the virus struck us. Right now, I feel the Clippers are the team that's, they're gearing up for the championship. Now the Lakers are the one that, back in March, the Clippers were having questions. Now I think the Lakers have questions. And the Clippers look fantastic, man. They look flat out fantastic, man. I don't know what to say. Like I said, Leonard 26, Paul George 27, Lou Williams 23, Zubac 15. They're getting up for the playoffs. Let me go over the Denver Nuggets stats before I exit tonight. Millsap 5 points. Michael Porter didn't have a good night tonight. I think it was because he was guarded a lot by Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. He took only 11 points. Craig 10 points. Nikola Jokic 17 points, 13 assists, 7 rebounds. Jamal Murray 10 points. Jamal Murray kind of struggled tonight. Took 8 shots, only made 3. Jeremy Grant was the star of the night for the Nuggets. 25 points off the bench. He was their best player tonight. I think Nikola Jokic obviously would have had a triple-double if he would have played in the fourth quarter. Again, I don't agree with Mike Malone taking these players out in the fourth quarter. I think they're young and they could use the experience of late in games, especially when you're playing teams like the Lakers and the Clippers. But whatever. Apparently, Mike Malone wants to go that direction, I guess. He wants to rest his players, which are very young, but whatever. We'll see what happens. Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs? Yes, we are, motherfuckers. We are we are less than a week away from the playoffs. So gear up for this puppy, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun puppy. And until next time, I'm out like a light.